Hey, how's it going, man? Appreciate taking out your time out with me today. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. About to head to the gym.
Yeah, you got a great fight coming up. Tough veteran Jim Miller. How's it feel going against, someone that's been in there, done that at this stage of your career, especially at Madison Square Garden on one of the big stages of the entire year.
Yeah, no, it's a great card to be a part of. It'd be really cool because I haven't fought since Nashville. I haven't really fought outside the Apex, so it's nice to get some fans again. But yeah, man, Jim Miller, he's a OG. He's been around forever. Definitely nice to get some just to get an opportunity to fight on the big card, but to have a big name on my move up. Uh, it's a lot of positive for sure.
Yeah, so how did this fight come about? Obviously you took a tough loss against Chepe in your last fight, but knowing that you were coming off a loss, did you expect to get such a high profile matchup? Given the way you fight, right? You're always balls to the wall. You show out for the fans. Do you believe that's the reason why you were, rewarded with such a high profile matchup on one of the biggest fight cards of the year?
Yeah, and I think it's definitely that they know that I'm game to fight, and I know they know Joe is too. But I think it's just it's a little reward for sure because I took both those fights and I didn't have to because people don't understand like if your opponent misses by point one or point two, like you don't have to fight them. So if they miss weight, you don't have to take the fight. And for me, I'm showing up on that day, and I'm gonna be fighting whoever steps across the cage. So there was no way I was going to pull out, even though they both missed. And that's a whole separate topic, but that's super frustrating. But I've been wanting to move up to lightweight for a while because my last few cuts have just been rough. So it's nice to get the opportunity to move up, and then to get a big name like this off my first fight. It's nice too.
Yeah, how's it feel now not having to deplete, all the nutrients and all that water weight as much as you would going down to 145?
Yeah, like I don't weigh a whole I probably only weigh like 3 to 4 pounds heavier. Like I'm like 178 right now. And I was cutting from 175 down to 145. So it'll be 9 day difference. All my recovery, the whole fight week, after weigh-ins, like everything will be so much different. Making it to 55 and stopping there would just be so nice. It's been a long time since I've been a lightweight, and it'd be nice to not have to kill myself to make it.
Yeah, do you expect like a different fight in there than what we've seen? I mean, you already push a crazy pace when you were at 145, right? Do you expect to, put a pace that, maybe even Jim Miller is going to be a surprise come in there, UFC 309?
Yeah, man. I feel like so much better since I've been up and not having to like normally this close to a fight, all I'm doing is prepping for the weight cut. All I'm doing is get my body ready for that weight cut. So this close to the fight, getting to train and do everything that I'm doing, it's just nice to have that in my pocket where I know that I can push the pace all rounds and I'm not gonna tank, and my legs aren't going to go. My cardio is going to be there because I really pride myself on my cardio. And that when I had my last couple of fights where I've like kind of gassed out, it's literally because I couldn't like function. Like my body was just shutting down, and mentally I was like, get your hands up, move your feet, and just couldn't even function, man. So. I'm excited about moving up just to have that back in me to just be an athlete again.
Yeah, so who's helping you get ready for this fight at UFC 309?
I got a hand like I got so many guys like on my team, but really just I've been hitting the weights so hard, and I've been really pushing it hard in the weight room, which is so nice and refreshing to get back to that because normally at 45, man, I'm like barely lifting over like 25-pound dumbbells, and I'm not really squatting a whole lot. I don't really have my legs anymore, so it is nice to put some weight on the squat rack and get back out there with some heavy weights. And I've been really hitting it hard there. But all my teammates, man, I got a lot of guys at 55 and welterweight that I've been working with just to feel that bigger body. So it feels so good to have that strength back and to not have to like. Normally, my camp I'll start off with the 55ers, and then towards the end of my camp I have to go 35ers or 45ers to finish my round. So it's nice to just be like all the way through consistent with the same guys.
What can you expect of this fight? Going in against Jim Miller, he's as well rounded as you are. You both are able to strike with the best. You're both able to grapple with the best. But what do you expect from him in this matchup?
Well, I mean, I'm expecting 15 minutes of it's gonna be a fight, 15-minute fight. So, I'm looking for a finish always, and same with him. Man, I know he's in there looking for finishes, but it's gonna be a fight, man. I know that he's. Everybody's like, oh, he's 41. I'm like, bro, like I'm 36, and I feel better than I did when I was like 26. Like, no joke. So it's just different. Like you have a different mentality going into this fight. With Jim too, it's like I know he's fought some of the toughest guys and he's been around the UFC. Like it's so hard. It's like it's pretty easy to get to the UFC. Like if you're a pro fighter that you're trying to make it, you could pad your record up and you can get there pretty easy. But like getting there, staying around, winning bonuses, like fighting big name fights, like that shit's hard to do. So to see Jim do that at this for this long a time, it's impressive to me for sure.
Yeah, so how is it going to feel, going into his backyard and get the win over him? I know he's not from New York, but, New Jersey is right a hop, skip away. So how would it
Yeah.
feel to get a big win over him in his own backyard?
I don't really think about that. I just think that it'd be cool as hell to get a win in front of all the fans, and I know that I'll be getting booed, I'm sure, because it's his backyard. But Jim's a great guy, man. I know that he's got great sportsmanship, and it's gonna be a fight, man. And I know that he's gonna show up. So I'm just excited, man, to get back out there with some fans because the Apex crowd it's really passionate people, but it's to such a small group, and that building's built for like maybe if they put like 2 or 3 thousand people in there, it'd be nice, but they have like 200, so it's kind of dead quiet in there. So it's gonna be nice to get out there and hear the fans cheering and feel that energy.
Yeah, I mean, that experience is going to be kind of crazy. And on your walkout, you're just going to hear thousands of people, whether they're cheering or booing for you. Is It's going to be crazy. How are you going to take those emotions in when you're making that walk in Madison Square Garden of all places?
Yeah, I'm pretty good about just staying focused on whatever's going on. But it'll like I think now that I've had all these fights, I've done all these things. Like it's kind of easier for me to kind of soak it in while it's happening. Because like before, like in the past, like I was never able to like really grasp like what was happening in the moment. And now that I'm getting older and just I know what's coming. I know what to expect. I've been in the UFC for a while now, and so making that walk and looking at people's faces and hearing people and like feeling that energy, I've gotten a lot better about taking it in on the walkout. So I'm excited, man, for sure. I know Jim Miller's game. I know I'm game. It's gonna be a fight, and to do that in front at the Madison Square Garden, that's cool as hell because it's not like everybody can say they've done that. Even there's a lot of people that play professional sports that have never played there. So to get to have that spotlight and to be the only person in that arena performing at one moment, it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's is that something that you'll take home with you and be a memory for the rest of your life? Do you have anything special for your walkout in terms of maybe your walkout song picked out yet, or that's not on the tables just yet?
I just kind of most of the time I'm usually like running or I'm doing like a workout or something, and a song will come on that hits right. But yeah, I mean I have I have four daughters, and I was in the car yesterday with them when we were driving, and I was like, hey, I gotta pick up my walkout song, and I'm like turn on different stuff and turn on some old school stuff, and they were laughing at me and they sent me a few things, and I think one of my girls sent me a song that's pretty cool, so we'll see.
That's gonna be interesting. I'll be looking forward to seeing what you come out to. knowing that you're on a little bit of a skid, you're 1-3 your last four. Do you think this is a must-win situation for you, regardless of the what happens?
I always kind of feel like that. But at the end of the day, it's like I have so much shit going on that I just try to stay focused on like per fight. I feel like the Chepe fight like was kind of just total bogus. Like the missed weight plus me like depleting myself and going through like all that physical and mental bullshit. It's like I don't really hold that one too high over my head, but it's like I'm just want to get back in there and get back on a streak for sure because it makes me feel the best and makes me just have that confidence again. So just going to 55 is definitely the right move for me mentally and physically. So I'm excited to get in there and test that out, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Before I let you go, I want to know if there's any message out there for your fans that'll be looking forward to you fighting at UFC 309 against Jim Miller.
No, man, I'm gonna be ready to go. I know Jim's gonna be ready to go, so it's gonna be a scrap for sure. I'm excited, and I just can't wait to get in there with all the fans and everything. So it'll be cool. I'm excited.